Dear friends, this week we read the portion of Emor, and we are also halfway between the holiday of Pesach, Passover, and Shavuos, the holiday when we celebrate the receiving of the Torah. And during this time we count the Omer in preparation for receiving the Torah. And what does it mean, the Torah? When I talk to many people and we talk about the Torah, they say, oh, is it written in the 5 books? Or is it something that the rabbis came up with? And they very often try to separate between what's written literally in the 5 books of Moses and all the interpretation, or what we call the oral Torah. And they want to accept what it says in the Torah, but everything the rabbis made up, it's really made up, and why do I have to follow what some rabbis decided? And in this portion, we see very clearly how the Torah, which we call the written Torah, and the oral Torah, which is the interpretation, the Talmud, and all the detailed laws of the Torah, are really both given to us by God. And they are both just as important. And they're not just some made-up ideas from rabbis, but even the parts that the rabbis have to interpret, it's with great structure that they have to follow, and principles to be able to come to a law. And there's a verse in the Torah that says, a fracture for a fracture, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You know that the many religions, the Muslim religion, Christianity, that at some point took or take this verse literally. And if you take out someone's eye, they'll take out your eye. And historically that's what happened. But not in Jewish law. There was never a time when a Jew lost his eye because he took out someone else's eye, even if he did it intentionally. Never, ever was it taken as a revenge, an eye for an eye. So how is it dealt with? Monetary compensation. And that's the way the law was always. But it says in the Torah, an eye for an eye. That's why you need the oral Torah. Because when God told us the words, and He told Moses the words, an eye for an eye, He explained the means compensation. Now there's a way that the rabbis know this as well, inferred by the way it's written, and in the juxtaposition of the way it's written. But the point is that that is the story about all the laws of the Torah. When you read the written Torah, this is the knowledge of the Jewish people, but it's encrypted. It's very hard to even figure out how to do one mitzvah fully without the oral Torah. The oral tradition, the oral Torah, which still is growing today by the people who are studying, by those who are delving into the questions and issues that come at hand, new issues that come at hand, is to go back to the principles and the structure and to follow how God guided us to interpret His Torah. And that's where they come to the conclusions that they come to. So from now on, you should think of the Torah as one body. The external and the internal. The soul of the Torah is the 5 books, which gives us the principles. Every one of the mitzvahs are in there. But the body is through which the way through which the Torah gets hands and feet and able come to be executed properly, which is the oral Torah. And you know what? You can be part of it. If you study Torah and you get into the Torah and you learn the principles and you start getting the knowledge of Torah, you may add a part to Torah that all of us will benefit from. So take advantage. It's yours. It's ours. And it's a organism that's growing all the time. And we are lucky to be part of it. So let's pay more attention to the Torah and the oral Torah, and may it enlighten our lives, because there's nothing more powerful than knowledge. Instead of judging something quickly, delve into it, get the knowledge, and you'll find yourself so much richer. So I want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom. May God bless you all. May we become as knowledgeable in Torah as we are in so many other things in our lives, from business, careers, professions, and general knowledge. And the lives of the Jewish people will be so much richer. And when our lives are richer, the lives of the world and the wisdom we bring to the world will be richer. So we love you all. God bless you. Candlelight time in Montreal is 8:02 p.m. Shabbat Shalom.